Hi guys, today I'm going to be showing you how to make a spaghetti sauce recipe. So today I came home from work and realized that I didn't have any spaghetti sauce, but I wanted spaghetti for dinner. So I'm going to show you how you can make a quick and easy sauce from stuff that you might already have at home. So I'm a pretty hungry guy and I know that I can eat a lot, so I got an entire box of pasta. You're also going to need some extra virgin olive oil, 2 fresh tomatoes, 1 can of basil, garlic, and oregano diced tomatoes. It's important to get the seasoning in there if you don't have fresh basil or oregano. Few cloves of garlic. I think I'll be using about 3. Some salt for flavor. Garlic powder for flavor. Italian seasoning for flavor as well. Okay, so the first thing I'm going to do is start by chopping up the tomatoes. I've given them a quick rinse and now I'm going to chop the top off and get rid of it and chop it into very fine pieces, almost diced. As you can see, it's pretty juicy tomato here, so we're going to want to drain that off. We want to get it nice and small so that it blends in nicely with the pasta sauce. And if you want it finer and even quicker, you can put it in a blender to make it like a puree of tomato, but I like my sauce a little chunkier, so I don't cut it too fine. Okay. And these are pretty small tomatoes. I think they're Roma tomatoes, and I usually get them from Aldi. It's pretty cheap and good quality stuff. So, once you get that all cut off, we're going to drain it. I'm going to drain that in the sink really quick. Okay, once your extra juice has been drained, we can prepare the garlic. So I'll move these over here. And you want to peel back all the layers of the garlic until you have just the cloves. Preparing it how you would for any other dish. Now the difference is we're not going to mince it or dice it or anything like that. We're just going to crack it so that when we cook it in the oil, the flavors can be released and it makes for a good sauce. Now, of course, if you don't like garlic, you can leave that out, but personally, I'm a fan of garlic and I love it in my sauces. It's good for keeping the vampires away. So, get that all peeled back. Make sure it's all off. You don't want to be eating any garlic skin or something like that. So, can do that here. I find the easiest way to do this is to chop the tops and the bottoms like this. And then it just comes right off. Just like that. So with these, what we're going to want to do is take our knife like this and carefully smash it down like that. And that way, when we simmer it in oil, get some flavor. Be careful that it doesn't shoot out like that, or that you don't cut your hand or something if you have a small knife like I do. Okay, so the next thing we're going to want to do is turn on our burner. I put it just above medium and add some olive oil to our pot. Just a little bit, enough to kind of coat the bottom, not too much. And you can kind of swirl it around here to get it to coat the bottom. And then we are going to add in our garlic and let that heat up a little bit. And while we're doing that, we can start to prepare our spaghetti and boil some water. So we can do that. Okay, so I've got my garlic sauteing now in the oil. And while it's starting to heat up, I'm going to add in a little bit of Italian seasoning. So just a little splash in there for flavor. A dash of garlic powder. And I will kind of stir that around a little bit. Okay, so now that the garlic's starting to brown up a little, I'm going to add in the tomatoes and turn it to high. You want to take care to add them in kind of slowly, as I've just learned, so that it doesn't splash back and burn you with oil. So I've got those tomatoes in. I'm going to open these and add them as well. But I'm only going to add about half a can because there's already a good bit of tomato. But my goal in this is so that the tomatoes simmer down into a nice sauce. And if it looks like it's getting a little too hot, you could turn it down. You know, it doesn't have to be exactly on high, but just something warm. Okay, so I've got the tomatoes cooking. I'm going to add in this basil, garlic, and oregano diced tomatoes, and I'm going to add it very gently and slowly, kind of strain it here, as you can see, just so it doesn't splash on me. Okay. I'm going to add in the whole can, just because I'm hungry and I want a lot of sauce. Okay. So seeing as it's calmed back down, I'm going to put it back to high so that it simmers down and boils off some of the liquid into a nice sauce. It's nice, I can smell the garlic. Just because I'm a fan, I'm going to put in a little more Italian seasoning. I'm going to add a lid on this, set it down to medium-high, and let it kind of simmer down till it becomes a nice thick paste. Okay, now that my water is boiling for the pasta, I'm going to take it out, break it in half, and add it into the bowl to be cooking. And in the meantime, I'm going to turn this down to medium so that it can slowly simmer away any of the excess liquid and turn into a nice sauce. All right. Okay, I've just drained my pasta, and now the sauce, I'm going to turn it off and give you guys a look. Looking pretty nice, like a nice bit of chunky sauce. And the only thing left to do now is add it to my pasta and serve. Okay, and here's the final result. We'll add a little bit of salt, just a tad bit on there, just to the top and just to taste, however you prefer. I don't like too much, so I just put a little. But you can also add some parm on top, adds really nicely and makes great flavor. All right, nothing to do now but eat. Enjoy.